Hello Gales fans, I'm Kyle.
And I'm Paul, and welcome to the Gales Weekly Highlight Show brought to you by QTV. In their OUA semi-final match, the men's rugby team had no trouble dispatching the McMaster Marauders after building up a 40-0 lead at the half. Queens added another 21 points for the 61-0 shutout to advance to the OUA championship. Kai Lloyd had a pair of tries for the Gales in the win. Queens will take on Guelph on Saturday at the Nixon Field for the OUA championship.
And the Gales rowing teams were in Victoria, British Columbia for the Canadian University Rowing Championships and were led by Larkin Davenport-Hewer, who won gold in the women's single, while the lightweight women's four took home a bronze medal.
In hockey action, the number 3 women's hockey team battled back from a 2-0 deficit to tie the game in the third and force overtime against Nipissing on Saturday. The Lakers spoiled the Queens' comeback, however, winning in a shootout. On Sunday, the Gales were pushed to another shootout against Laurentian, falling 2-1. The men's hockey team lost a 3-1 lead in the third to number 5 QTV and fell 5-3 after an empty netter on Friday night. Queens then took on Concordia in Montreal for an afternoon tilt on Saturday, and they were able to double up the Stingers 4-2, with Chris Clark getting his first win of the season.
In men's and women's volleyball action, both teams were in Toronto over the weekend to take on the Ryerson Rams and Toronto Varsity Blues. The women's team couldn't keep their win streak going, losing by a score of 3-0 to Ryerson on Friday and 3-1 on Toronto on Saturday. The men were unsuccessful against the Rams as well, losing in 3 sets, but defeated Toronto on Saturday with a 5-set thriller where Tyler Shearhorn had 13 kills and 9 digs for the Gales in a winning effort.
In women's lacrosse action, the Gales were in Oshawa for the OUA Championship, where they finished with a 6th place finish. Queens fell to Laurier on a last-minute goal by the Golden Hawks.
And in some Queens Gales preseason action, the women's basketball team took care of business in their final exhibition game before they begin the regular season scheduled for next weekend with a 69-60 win over the Ottawa GGs on home court here at the Arc. The men were in New York, where they lost to Hobart College Saturday by a score of 67-53, but bounced back with a 72-53 win over Wells College on Sunday.
Larkin Davenport-Hoyer and Kai Lloyd are this week's Queens Athletes of the Week. Davenport-Hoyer won gold at the Canadian University Rowing Championship in the women's singles, while Lloyd put forth a strong all-around effort which included a pair of tries and a playoff victory over McMaster.
And for this weekend's Gales Game of the Week, the men's rugby team will host the Guelph Griffins at 1 p.m. this Saturday for the OUA Championship at Nixon Field. For QTV and GoGalesGo.com, I'm Kyle Campo.
And I'm Paul Best. Have a good week.